Joining me today is Ann Sacco, and I am proud to have the opportunity to spend a few minutes recognizing Ann for her contribution to the industry. Out of an audience of more than 250,000 agents nationwide, Ann has been selected to represent Broker Agent Advisor as this month's Broker Agent of the Month for the state of California. And Ann, it's a privilege to be here. Congrats on the recognition, and thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much. The privilege is truly mine. I couldn't be more thrilled and happy to be here this morning.
Well, you've earned it. Broker Agent of the Month is all about finding agents that, as a result of their being in the industry is better off in some way. And it's my desire that people that get a chance to see this get a sense for who you are, maybe a little bit about your approach to this business, but a little bit about why you were chosen. And I thought we'd explore a few questions together. You could be doing anything, Ann. Why real estate? How'd you get into this business?
Okay, well, I did do something else for many years. I was an interior designer, and I was starting to think about leaving interior design, and I decided to explore real estate. Real estate is something I've loved my whole life. I've gone to open houses even when I wasn't looking. I was one of those looky-loos because I love homes, and being in interior design, you might see that connection. Anyway, I always thought someday I will probably be a realtor. I thought I would be a real estate agent and interior designer at the same time. No way. I tried it, and you cannot do two full-time jobs and keep sanity.
Right.
So yeah, so I as I was thinking about transitioning out of interior design anyway, it was a perfect time to embrace real estate completely and 100%.
That's cool. Well, you've gone on to have a great career, and hopefully in a lot of ways you're just getting started. A lot of people get in this business thinking this business is easy, and they learn soon that it's not. It takes a lot of effort and hard work, and it's a lot more hours than they think. But the reality is it's often different than what people thought about getting in. And so I'm curious, what do you find most rewarding about this career at this point?
I'm going to say it's relationships. And you're right, it was much more difficult to break into than I imagined. I started right at the start of COVID. So I'm a very social person, but I couldn't socialize. I couldn't have gatherings at my home. There was so much I couldn't do. So I felt like my hands were tied. So I have just really enjoyed the process of being connected with people through this whole thing.
Yeah, it's I think if you arrive some level of satisfaction out of helping others, this can be a wonderful career. It's funny you say that. I did some digging and I found one of your testimonials online, and I think it's always good to listen to how someone from the other side of the experience describes working with you as part of videos like this. This says, this was my first experience selling my house. I could not have had a better agent. Ann made this transaction so smooth and enjoyable by arranging and managing all the details. I do appreciate her professional manners, effort, and above all, caring so much for her clients. Thank you, Ann. This is funny. I hope I was a good client for you too. Right. And to me, that just speaks to how they felt about your effort, that they wanted to reciprocate that for you. And you have lots of these. And I think it's just a good way of sort of validating why you're here. You care very much for others. And it's neat to see stuff like that. It sort of is. I feel like we all want to be the person that others talk to in that way. But we don't really know if we're delivering on that until we start seeing testimonials come in and people appreciating our effort. And I just think it's awesome. Congrats for that.
Thank you. Testimonials and reviews just mean the world to me because I care a lot about my clients. A lot of times they end up being friends in the end, and we maintain a friendship and have lunch and get together. And it's really nice to build that kind of relationship with people. It's part of who I am to serve others. It brings me great joy, whether it's my children or strangers in a third world country. I mean, I've done all sorts of things and ways of service. So that means the world to me that she saw that and acknowledged that that is what I'm all about and that she appreciated it.
Well, I saw the same things too, which is part of the reason why we're here. Talk to me a little bit about Northern California. I've not spent a lot of time there, and obviously you can do this business from anywhere. What makes living in Northern California such a great place to live, work, and play?
Okay, well, we call this the other California. It's very different from Southern California. What I love about my region, and I'm in the Sacramento region, and we have so many beautiful places around us, but what I think is the biggest draw to living in this area is how much is within 2.5 to 3 hours. So I could be in Tahoe in an hour and a half, and I go regularly. I could be in San Francisco, downtown in the city, in 2.5 to 3 hours. I could be in Napa in an hour and a half. I mean,
Wow.
it goes on and on. I could be in Carmel, probably one of my very favorite places to go, in 3 hours. I know exactly how long it takes me to go everywhere, but in just one central location, we have so much around us. I can't even describe how much I love living here for all those reasons. We also have amazing weather.
Right. Yeah. It sounds awesome. And, you get to take care of people and live in, a permanent vacation area. It sounds pretty awesome.
That's right.
It's been a really interesting time. You talk about how a lot of your experience came and happened during a pandemic, but everybody's been affected by that in some way. What I don't know if most people realize is it's had its own sort of effect on the housing market. We've had unprecedented low inventory for well over a year and a half, and it's made for a really challenging market. It's been really interesting. And I want to ask you for a piece of advice, and it doesn't necessarily pertain directly to this unprecedented inventory shortage, but as you now get a sense for how to be successful in this business and what the business really is, if you were to offer a single piece of advice to a peer in this business, either maybe someone thinking about getting in the business, but more, maybe somebody that's got some experience already, but what have you learned and what one piece of advice would you offer?
Okay, one piece I really stand by and I think is really important is don't ever worry about the sale. You worry about the client. So I think it's so key to put the client and their needs first. If I don't make the sale, it's okay. There will be another one. I have been very successful, I think, in caring for my clients, and they can see that. So I had a lady say to me on the phone, and I just had an interview with her over the phone, and she said, you know what, just by having this conversation with you, I can tell you really care about your clients. I had another lady I was working with, but I'm going to switch over to you. And we've been working together now for a couple months. So yeah, that's really the key. Don't worry about the sale. If you're focused on that, then you shouldn't be in this business.
I think that's great advice. I have interviewed and have gotten to know a lot of agents, and one thing consistent with almost all agents that get 15, 20 years and they're still happy in this business, it's because they have consistently put their clients first, and it's just created a rewarding career. And I hope that's what can be said for you, right? 15, 20 years from today, you've got a booming referral business in a world of people in Northern California that are absolutely in love with you. And I really do appreciate the fact that I'm able to be here validating your contribution to this industry and the way you go about doing what you do. Congrats again on the recognition, and I wish you nothing but success in the rest of your journey.
Thank you so much. And thank you for bringing me into this. I couldn't be more thrilled and honored.
Well, you deserve it. Thank you again. Take care.
All right, you too.